Hey folks, how's it going? Yesterday night we got hit with a new banner, with not one, not two, but 3 new units. Now, first thing first, let me open with a little bit of a disclaimer. This is a bait banner. This banner was created exclusively for you to waste your rolls before the anniversary, the roulette and all the free draws. If you're getting another roulette as well as gachaping doubling up the rolls, there's very good chances that if you have something like above half a spark, you might actually be able to spark on the next Flash Fest. And if we go by what happened last year, they're probably going to release a new summer character, and there's probably going to be another summer character banner around that period. So if you can save your rolls, it's probably best for you to do so. With the disclaimer out of the way, let's move on and check out the characters. First one is going to be Ray, and it's kind of weird that she came in as a ground character. Usually this slot used to be reserved to characters from the main story, and she's only appearing now in the 6th event. I'm not sure how relevant she's going to be in the second part of it, but still it feels kind of weird. So Ray comes in as a Dark Harvin, specializing in Staff and Katana. I can see Staff being a mage, I can't really see Katana though. On Ogi, she inflicts Celestial Vision to a foe as well as a Dispel, a hit to debuff resistance, light attack and multi-attack rate. Her Ogi does not inflict damage, but this is technically 4 debuffs as well as a Dispel. It might come really in handy if you're planning to use an Akasha Zod, or if there are more bosses down the line who are going to need you to put a set amount of debuffs on them in order to avoid certain triggers or so on. Her first skill, I'm not even trying to pronounce this, is going to allow her to take control of another dark ally, making them attack twice each turn, and it ends on recast. The cooldown is only a single turn. I heard she's not actually going to attack herself when she's controlling another ally, but still, unless she deals more damage than, I don't know, 6, you put this on 6 and 6 is going to shit damage for a while. Well, forever, this ends on recast. Second skill, Moksha, switches position with a sub-ally. When switching with a dark ally, take control of the ally, sharply boosting stats and granting that ally a hit to defense. Attack, triple, damage cap and dodge rate. Her third skill, Cold Stare, take control of all foes, reducing their elemental damage dealt to 0. It's on a 12-turn cooldown and it only lasts 1 turn. Still somewhat not bad. It doesn't block plain damage, but you can still nullify an enemy's entire turn like this. It's not a paralyze, but it's somewhat similar. She also comes in with the 4th skill. Gained at level 45, she's going to progress the battle by 5 turns at the end of the turn, kind of what Valentine Clarisse already does. Can only be activated when the caster is a main ally and cannot be recast. This is perfect to shorten the buff downtime on your entire team. Also, Valentine Clarisse is really going to enjoy this. Her first passive is going to put her feet a bit more on the ground. Ray cannot attack while controlling foes or allies. Her second passive, Loving Mother, boosts to Dark Allies CA specs against foes with Celestial Vision. Takes effect even when Ray is a sub-ally. Okay, so she's not going to deal damage on Ogi, but Celestial Vision is going to boost the damage of the other 3 party members. She's not going to lose damage like this. Or at least your entire team is not going to lose damage like this. Especially since Dark can put out some pretty nasty Ogis. Even I on my Magna Grid can deal like 5 million, 5.5 million Ogis. She's definitely interesting. Attack twice each turn, you put it on any strong attacker, again like 6. On my Magna 2 grid, 6 can reach like 900k autos plus echo. So this is already kind of crazy. Second skill is going to allow her to switch position, but this is something we'll probably want to do after putting Celestial Vision on a foe at least once, so that the entire party of 4 members can enjoy the boost to CA specs. Again though, she's a grand character. She's always going to be in the gacha, and you can pretty much pray for a lucky roll during the roulette. If you can avoid sparking for her right now, I would probably suggest you do so. Alright, let's move on to Lecia. This was a little bit of a low blow. I wasn't really expecting a water Lecia, much less a non-limited version of her. So she's coming in as a water attacker, and her saber specialty gets paired to a gun one. Her Ogi inflicts massive damage to a foe and replenishes Enforcer's Zeal by 2, as well as granting Lecia a buff to skill damage cap, stackable up to a maximum of 3. Her first skill hits for 4 hits and inflicts water damage to random foes, as well as 2 random debuffs to all foes, consuming 1 Enforcer Zeal. The debuffs go from a stackable attack down to a local double and triple attack down for 3 turns, a 3 turns local blind, a burn which is so and so, but a 2 turns chance for attack and special attack to miss is actually quite good. Also, this skill is on a 0 turn cooldown and can be spammed as long as you have Enforcer's Zeal to spare. Her second skill inflicts water damage to all foes, hit to defense and water defense stackable, but it costs 1 Enforcer's Zeal, again. Her third skill, Parabellum, replenishes Enforcer's Zeal by 4, the next charge attack changes to Radiant Order, as well as granting a 30% boost to all allies charge bars. This is fantastic, I need to see what the Radiant Order is though. Let's move on to the passives. Fourth Fleet Charge grants Lecia 4 Enforcer's Zeal at the battle start up to a maximum of 4, as well as a boost to all allies skill hit rate. Backup Fire works when Lecia is a sub-ally when a water chain burst activates water damage to a foe based on the number of chains. I'm sorry, what? So this is pretty much an upgraded version from what Light Silva already does. Light Silva requires a 4 people chain, this one works on any chain, and the water damage is based on the number of chains. It doesn't even list a maximum. So if you have like Kango going on 3 Ogis, Doggo going on 2 more, and then 2 more characters for a grand total of 7 Ogis, this might potentially be insane. I need to see the damage on this. I need the wiki to wake up, move on, and put some damage on this. Damn, Lecia looks so freaking cool, even just as a backline character. Like, you can play her in the front line to debuff massively a foe. The hit to defense is so and so, but it's at least an AoE hit. Parabellum is going to allow her to spam her skill 8 times in 1 turn, and then you use Killing for another 4 casts. I need to see the cooldown and if this skill gets locked after use, or if it has a startup charge time. I really want to roll for her. Thank God she's not limited. Moving on, a bit of a surprise is Vanya and Malinda going on water. Water, other special stuff and melee, of course. No, she used to be dagger though. Yeah, her dark version should be staff and dagger. She's going to exchange the dagger weapon specialty for a melee one, which in water is probably for the better. Unworldly water damage to a foe, starting off on a good foot. Restore Vanya and Malinda's HP, consumes 2 dragon fruit, can only be used with 2 or more dragon fruit. So she's going to need something in order to actually use her charge attack. Blood Affection inflicts water damage to a foe, removes 1 buff, grants 1 dragon fruit to the caster, and upon removing 1 buff, grants 1 more dragon fruit to the caster. So you're going to need to cast your first skill and actually debuff an enemy in order to gain 2 dragon fruits so you can safely Ogi. When you have a dragon fruit on, you get your attack, damage cap and multi-attack rate boosted at the cost of a lower defense there. Probably not so bad. Gilk, is this Malinda's skill? Certainly sounds like one. 9 turns cooldown, probably going down to 8, dodges all attack from foes twice. I guess it's okay. Her third skill, Crimson Gift, boosts all allies water attack, grants them a drain effect and a shield effect, boosts 2 specs based on the number of dragon fruits. Does not consume dragon fruits, but she's still going to want to have 2 before using it. Her first passive, Cause We're the Best, boosts to attack, damage cap and multi-attack rate, and a hit to defense based on the number of dragon fruits. Gains 1 dragon fruit each turn, and 2 dragon fruits at battle start, for a maximum of 5. Her second passive though is going to make her lose 2 dragon fruits as well as take a hit to hostility should she take damage. So all her kit revolves around having her 2 dragon fruits up at all times while trying to avoid taking damage, and that's where her second skill comes in. Shield can also probably help in this regard, but yeah, she looks like kind of a solid buffer. The drain is also real nice to have, especially for full auto, and the only weird thing about her is that she's going to need to dispel in order to gain the second dragon fruit from Blood Affection, which is not even that big of a detriment. Also, since this counts as a dispel, this should also deal extra damage should you have Maria Theresa in the backline. If you want to go for a full staff team, actually not too bad. Actually not too bad, little Vampy. Let's see who's available to spark. Of course, Ray, Lecia and Vanya. Of course, all the Grand characters. And then there's Andira and Vikala. So sadly, this time around it's only Monkey. If Monkey is here though, that means she probably won't be available during the April Legfest. If I can cross my finger hard enough, the April Legfest is going to have Doggo finally back in the rotation. And if they're going to do a 3 Zodiac characters in the banner for that Legfest like they did last year, she's going to be paired up with Mahira. And I can actually spark for both of them in a single hit. Again, the presence of Ray as a grand character is kind of weird. Everyone else in here is part of the main crew or the main story at least, going down to them and Monica. Even Noah is part of the main crew. Ray is just somebody that took Uno in and helped him grow in the Eternal he is today, so I don't know what justification is there for her to be a grand character, but it still feels kind of weird. As far as the rate ups go, of course there's going to be Lecia and Water Vampy, standard Lecia as well, so if you're aiming for reunions, this might not be too bad of a banner to pull on. Of course there's going to be Ray, but that's about it. Again, with Ray being a grand character and being always available during Legfests, Lecia being a normal character and being subtixable, Vampy being the same, I really couldn't suggest anyone to pull on this banner. Like, the only reason would be if you don't have Andira, because this might be the last chance to pull for her for the next couple of months. But if you can wait a couple of months, one of which is going to have a roulette in between, it's probably better for you to do so. Alright, looks like there's a little bit of an addendum to do, because Ray on her Ogi inflicting Celestial Vision. Celestial Vision is going to boost the damage taken from an enemy by 10% up to a cap of 30k per hit. It has an indefinite duration as well. 15% debuff to resistance, 30% light attack down, and of course double and triple attack down. Her third skill stays on a 12 turn cooldown. This cooldown goes down for the first and second, down to 0 turns. Takes control of all foes, inflicting a 1 turn local debuff called Cold Stare, which is going to stop them for that 1 turn. Her fourth skill though is going to be ready in 10 turns, so she's going to actually require Valentine Clarisse's help into lowering this to 9 turns. And it's a one use only. Her second passive is going to grant all allies a 30% boost to charge attack damage and 10% boost to charge attack damage cap against foes with Celestial Vision. This takes effect even when Ray is a sub-ally. So yeah, again, you're going to want to Ogi once and then swap her out so the whole mainline team can enjoy this nice 10% boost to charge attack damage. Her EMPs, she's only got 1 double attack, 2 dark attack up and 2 stamina for 6% attack up at 100% HP. So that's 12% attack up from stamina and maybe a 16% from the dark attack up if you go 2 stars and 2 stars. Well, her EMPs aren't really anything to write home about, but she's still kind of an interesting character. She's going to be fun to play with. Second, Lecia, 20% skill damage cap boost up to a maximum of 60%. Nice, really, really nice. Lecia is already signing up for my next repress ticket. Her second Ogi, Radiant Order, is going to inflict 1250% water damage to a foe with a 2.9 million damage cap, as well as a 3 buff dispel. Of course it consumes ready and aim, but still 2.9 base cap means this can easily go as high as 6 millions. For hit, 80% water damage to random foes, 55k per hit, 200k in total, so yeah, this is half a million nuke. Half a million nuke on a 0 turns cooldown, and you can use it 4 times in a single turn. There's another little bit of a malus. Parabellum will be ready in 3 turns and as a 7 turn cooldown. So yeah, this is only going to be used up to 4 times in the first turn, and you're going to have to wait for everything to restock in order to actually be able to use it more. The stackable hit to defense and water defense though are going to hit 30 and 30. If you can use her second skill 3 times, she's going to single-handedly cap the defense down on a monster. That's actually nice, that's actually really freaking nice. 10% boost to all ally skill hit rate is so and so. When a stab ally, Water Chain Burst activates. Where is it? It goes up to 5+, 100% with a 500,000 damage cap. So yeah, that's probably going to be another 800 to 1,000,000 damage from the backline when you do a Chain Burst. She's going to be insane as a backline character for OTK comps. I really want to roll more for her now. Damn it. But we didn't see EMPs. 2 crits, charge attack damage cap, 2 skill damage cap, as well as the debuff success up, but this probably pales in comparison to 5 great nodes here. I will admit I am very biased in favor of Lecia, but when I see things like this, I see skills like this, I'm not going to spark for her, but my next surprise ticket is already going to her. Not the anniversary one, that one is going to go to Christmas Star Mea, but the surprise ticket after that, as soon as Lecia becomes available, it's hers. Lecia in water with this kit, I'm not going to give up on her. No way. Okay, let's move on to Vampy. 1250% water damage to a foe with a damage cap of 2,000,000.1. Restores 20% HP up to a cap of 1.5k and consumes 2 dragon fruits. First skill has a 460k base cap, it's okay. Third skill has a 3 turns uptime and 4 turns downtime for a water attack up, drain and shield. Probably more important for the drain and shield though, the water attack up there's plenty of that in water. It's weird to see this modifier be normal and not unique though. Based on number of dragon fruits, and that's going to be 5. Oh, the dragon fruits cap up to 5 and you only consume 2 Onogi, so yeah, she's not going to worry about this. We put Catalina in the team with an hostility up, she's got an hostility down as well, so yeah, she's not going to have to worry about her stacks. 100% personal attack, 15% damage cap, 100% DA, 30% TA, 30% defense down. She's got no crits though. Stamina is alright, healing up might be alright if you want her to keep staying at a high HP thanks to her heal on Ogi, but she's only going to get water attack up, hostility down and stamina. No cap up other than her 15% standard damage cap up from her stacks. And yeah, you cannot roll charge attack damage cap and critical hit on the same thing. So for her, it's probably just going to be either charge attack damage cap, going up to another 10 to 15, or as high of a critical hit as I can roll. Most probably critical hit though. I know I shouldn't. I really freaking want Lecia though. Let me check something. So far, I've got 4 10 rolls, 82 to 92, as well as 56 single tickets. So I'm up to 370 and 31. By my calculations, if I want to keep this schedule for sparking, I should start April with around 400 rolls. So let's get rid of some single tickets. Let's say 16 singles and then a couple of 10 pulls. It's Vampy, it's at least a new character, I'm not going to complain. I'm still going to do another 10 roll though. Ah, this hurts. Oh well, it's going to be double Vampy. At least I've got someone new to play with. Okay, I guess that's really going to be it from me for the moment. I'll see you guys soon with a Vampy playtime. Ciao!